Hello, everyone. As you all know, my name is Alex Onyedijin. Today, we're going to be talking about health promotion and brainstorming about Edo State healthcare system and how we're going to go about it. So I'm not here alone today. I have a few champions with me, which they will introduce themselves. They are health professionals. They have been engaging in the Edo community, so they know how fully well Edo State healthcare is and what with the level we are at the moment and where we need to go. So that's what we're going to be talking about. So if you have any comments, please, if you have any question, please, we want everything to come up and then we can answer your question. We are all healthcare professionals and we engage in healthcare community both in the UK and Nigeria. So we also have people who also engage in Christian community that actually seen a divine and positive future for Edo State. Thank you very much. I'm going to be bringing them on now. You're welcome live, sir. You're welcome, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, God bless everyone. We thank God for the opportunity. Can you hear
Thank
me?
you. Yeah, I can hear you clearly. Thank you for joining us. Thank you very much. Yeah, today we're going to be talking about health promotion and brainstorming about the issue in those states in regard to healthcare system that we have. We're just going to wait for other guys to come in, and we are going to start and see what we can do, what ideas we have in regard to healthcare system in Edo. I'm aware that there's SARS at the moment, but however, we don't want the storm to distract us for better future when it comes to the health and well-being of Edo people when we are very close to the future of heaven in Edo State. Thank you very much again for joining us. You're live from Abuja, right?
Yes, it's my pleasure. Yeah, I'm live from Abuja.
Okay. I hope your Nigerian internet will be okay for you to be able to display the support that everyone need to hear in our
Yes,
community.
yes, definitely. We'll try.
Okay, we'll see what we're going to do about that. We want those who are good at internet to also come up to tell us how we want to get a better internet service in Nigeria. This is all we need now in our community for everyone to be brainstorming how to bring a better service to our community. We also have, I think, is the help redeem. Basically, what we're going to be talking about is about three things we're going to be talking about, sir. Before you introduce yourself to the viewers, let me just highlight what we're going to be talking about. Health promotion, and then we're going to brainstorm how we're going to do this three stuff, which is what are the issues affecting Edo State in the area of healthcare system, and also we're going to talk about how has this affect an individual, maybe affect us as an individual in regards to our family we live there or around us, how this service have affected us personally. And then finally, we're also going to talk about what we can do to face these challenges of healthcare in our community. I'm just going to bring in Health Redeem now. Health Redeem, are you there? I think she's not there at the moment. Yeah, we'll just wait for her. So basically, I don't know what you can say about the challenges we are having at the moment when it comes to healthcare system. I think you can use Nigeria as a whole, but most particularly Edo State. Sir Iyari, can you hear me? Sayari, can you hear me? I think his internet is not quite excellent. We'll get there soon. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hello? Hello, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I was asking, in your experience, what are the issues we are facing at the moment when it comes to healthcare system in Edo State?
Okay, is that for me?
Yes, sir. Sir Iyari, yeah.
Okay. Um, I think when we talk about healthcare, one of the things I've noticed because I've directly been engaged with some kind of hospital activities. One of the things I've discovered is the care. We put all the money in the health. We have the drugs, the hospitals, the buildings, and all that. But professionally, we don't really have the care. So people don't really care. People just see it like somebody that is sick coming to the hospital is coming uh, to perform a form of transaction. It's like he went to the market to buy something. So it's either they have it or they don't have it. So that attitude of treating people, because that is why it's called health care. So the care is what actually makes people to recover and get well. The way you care for people. So it is very important. There's none of us here that have not fallen ill or sick one time or the other. We put ourselves under that determines whether we recover on time or not. So a lot of people need, I think, training and retraining, especially the healthcare professionals. They need training and retraining, so that they can understand that they need to care for sick people. Sick people don't have their own um, capacity to care for themselves. That is why they came to the hospital. That is why they called to you. So they need, so that is one very big challenge, because when you do that, then every other thing will fall in place. Every other thing will fall in place.
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Hello, are you still there? Yeah. You're
Yes, I'm
very
here.
right. And when we're talking about health, um, yeah, when you're talking about healthcare, is what we actually need. When we're talking about healthcare now, it's about getting better, isn't it? Feeling good, service that will help you to enjoy the system that we actually need in Edo State. That is what we need. When you see health professional, you don't want them to look like an army who is fighting war. So, because already someone
Yeah,
who is
that's true.
unwell is already like someone who is facing war, who is facing crisis inside of them. So, um, you welcome Health Redeem. Um,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Is it okay if you just wait 1 minute? I'm going to ask Iyari to introduce himself now, so you will know who
Okay.
is speaking. Please,
All
Iyari.
right. Okay. Okay.
Iyari, if you can introduce yourself, please, so other guests will know who you are.
Mm.
Sorry, if you can introduce yourself, Iyari. Can you hear? Oh, I think his internet is a bit. This yeah. Can you hear now? Yari, Yari, can you hear? Oh, he can't hear. Let me put it. Yeah, let me let you know who he is. This Sade Hey Yari. Um,
Okay.
yeah, he's talking to us from Abuja right now. He's also
Okay.
one of the Redeem champion, the pastor and the Redeem in
Okay.
Abuja. Yeah, so hello. Oh,
Yes,
I don't know if that's my
can
internet or his internet.
I think it's his
hear her.
network.
Okay.
Um,
Yes, I think we need to work this out in that Nigeria, isn't it? We need to work.
Yes.
We're talking about healthcare, and maybe if you can introduce yourself, Health Redeem, please.
Okay. My name is Mrs. Iheko Iyare Ewoman.
Okay.
So
Ah,
that's why I'm laughing when I saw his name.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I think his name is actually Hey Yar, isn't it? Sade? I don't know. Hello? Hello? Oh, it's internet, Nigeria and internet.
Yeah, the internet is really bad.
Yeah. Anyway, we
Uh,
were just talking about the first point because we have three questions, three areas to look at today. Um,
okay.
Generally, it's all about health promotion and brainstorming. In order for us to see the beginning and
Mhm.
the future, we know where we are going. First, we are talking about what are the issues that affect our citizens at the moment when we are talking about the healthcare system. So, and Sade was actually explaining that when we talk about healthcare, we are talking about good. We are talking about positivity. So when you go in there, you need to get that when you are unwell, because someone who is unwell, they are not experiencing that good. They are not experiencing that positive behavior inside or feeling. So he was saying is the service we provide there, even the introduction of providing the service is not quite encouraging. It's like pushing people away. They can't get there. So I don't know what you want to say about that. What's your view in regard to the challenges in the healthcare system in Edo State?
For me, I don't know if he's hearing me now. I think it's better if he
yeah, I
elaborates
can
more
hear you.
because he's
They say,
okay.
yeah,
So, yeah, good. So I think it's better if he elaborates more because he's like right there on the ground. So, like, I don't know if you heard me before when I introduced myself. If you heard my name, did
no,
you hear that?
no, yeah, he heard. I think he heard you.
Yes,
Did you hear what she introduced herself?
yes, I
Okay.
did. Yes, I did.
Okay. All right. So I'm actually somehow I don't know. I'm Mrs. Ikeko Iyare Eboma. So I'm also Iyare in a way. So I know we have so many Iyares in the area. So, like, he is right there in Nigeria. He will tell us, we are here in the UK. Like, I left Nigeria way back 30 years now that I left Nigeria. So, I cannot really say I know much. He will tell us, and then we will now see what do we have here in the UK that we can take to Nigeria in order to improve or to make Edo great again. That's just my mission and that's my passion. It's my vision. It's my goal that I want to attain. So anything health
Okay.
related, I'm ready to fully support 100%.
Yeah, Yari, do you want to elaborate more the challenges we face in there, if your internet will let us?
Okay. 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 What I said, just to buttress, is that the interaction. If somebody is like if a child is sick and you want to treat that child, there's a way you have to interact with the child, to
Mhm,
understand what the problem is. You don't come
mhm,
as if you are with a whip and Nigeria in general, because I've moved around, presently in Abuja. For Edo State, we have a lot of people that are not educated. Let me use that word in quotes. When I mean educated,
Mm-hmm.
they don't really know much about healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that knows much about healthcare, like I have some of my closest friends are medical doctors, and I know so much about healthcare. No matter where I am, I know how to engage the doctor, the nurses, the professionals there. But these people, they don't really know that. So, and the professionals assume that they are supposed to know. And when they are not coming forth, then they start treating them as if they are rubbish. And that is wrong. You're not supposed to treat somebody that is not even in his right frame of mind that way. So the person can make a lot of mistakes. You tell the person to go and do something, he's panicking when he's supposed to be calm. All this kind of things. So it's really about the care. It's not that the nurses, the doctors don't have that ability to take care of the people that come to them. Because after all, most of these doctors, they are all around the world, all around the globe. Especially when you go to their private clinic, you have the best, you have world class, treatment. But when it comes to the government facilities, they just, treat people anyhow because they assume, you assume that the person is supposed to know. And you are the head professional. Nobody wants to go to the hospital. Nobody wants to go to the hospital. So you have to make it, a friendly environment for them so that when they come, they are free with you. They tell you all the truths and everything. For instance, a pregnant woman that wants to give birth, you start insulting her and telling her so many things. Somebody that is, on labor and things like that. These are things we've seen firsthand, and it's not fair. So the woman starts feeling, what's wrong with this nurse? And some of them sometimes they bring in a superstition. This person is wicked. This one is that. And if you teach, you cannot teach somebody that sees you as somebody that doesn't like them. You can't treat somebody well when the person feels you don't like them. You understand? So there will always be that friction, and that is what we have here. You know, uh, it just boils down to illiteracy of what healthcare is actually about. So I think if you guys want to start anywhere, you have to start from that place. That the nurses, the doctors, and the laboratory attendants and all that, they are not the ones that are sick. It's the people that are sick that they need to this and this and that. Know what is what actually involved before you start treating the person, and the person will be calm. You understand?
You're
So
right.
it is very important because yeah, how you might have forgotten for my sister that I've been out of this place for 30 years, but it is sweat, and it is heat, it is the hospitals that are there. Not friendly. The environment is not friendly. It's only when you have a lot of money that I believe I've been able to paint, the picture of what this is about.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know if you want to elaborate. You want to say something about that every day. Um,
Yes, I want to say something like there is something I want to kind of not correct, but I want to use a different word to qualify that area when you say someone who is not in their right frame of mind. I believe everyone is in their right frame of mind, and I believe uh, when someone lack awareness, like you said, because I think that's the area you're really going. When someone lack awareness, then others can take advantage of them. Like you said, the healthcare professionals are there, the doctors are there, they are ready. But our people, they are not really aware. So because they are not aware, they kind of fall short of the services. So ignorance is playing a big part. So from what I understood from you is that there should be an awareness in Nigeria as a whole, or let's say Edo, because we can't spread our hands right now. Then we can start from somewhere.
I
If
think
we
I
are
think
able,
I think it's actually saying the service providers. That means the
yeah,
doctors, nurses, whoever, they are too aggressive, if I use that
no,
language.
yeah, that's where
So,
I'm going to. No,
yeah,
that's where I'm going to.
okay, okay.
You can only enforce whatever you have on me if I don't know about it.
Yeah, you're right.
If I know about a law, if I know about a procedure, you don't need to shout because I know. So the nurses might be angry, or the doctors, they are taking advantage of their ignorance of the
All
patient.
right, all
That
right.
is, they
They're
are
taking
taking
advantage
advantage.
of the service user, the
Yes, yes.
patient, those, okay,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, they are taking advantage of their ignorance. And like in one of my videos, I said ignorance is a disease. Really, ignorance is a big problem. If we want to start from anywhere, we have to start with tackling ignorance. And the only way we can tackle ignorance is for us to campaign, is for us to preach. Because being that I've been away, I've seen the system, I've seen the healthcare system abroad here. I've seen the way services are being run over here. Compared to back home, I see a big difference. Like Mr. Alex, we are running a program in Benin in a very small scale. We did a pilot study. We
Before
came out
before
with,
we get there, before we get to how to fix it,
yeah.
let's just be talking about the issue first.
That's what I'm going to keep talking about.
Yeah.
So, like we did a pilot study in Benin, and from the
Okay.
pilot study, what did we get? We
All
found out
right.
that there is a high level of ignorance, high
Yes.
level of ignorance in the
Yes.
whole of Nigeria healthcare system.
Yes.
Not ignorance with the doctors, because the doctors are well trained, but not ignorance with some of the nurses, in quotes, I'll say some of the nurses. Because in Nigeria, what I found out, you can do nursing at the university, just like you do here in the UK. But then they have what is called School of Health again. So the School of Health is meant to kind of a bridge between the main nursing and maybe the nursing assistant. But from what we found out in our research in Nigeria, the main nurses you get are the one that say they go to the School of Health. And then the one that said they went to the School of Health, there is still a question mark from my research. There is still a question mark there. So what Mr. Yari said, he's 100% very correct. The doctors are there, the nurses are there, but the people that they are shouting on does not know their left from their right.
Yeah.
They cannot differentiate between, they cannot say this is my left or this is my right. Because if
Of
I
course.
can say this is my right or this is my left, you can't shout on me about that.
Yeah, you are right. You are right. Me
So
too.
ignorance is playing a big role.
If I add my experience to it anyway, I'm involved in a community intervention in Edo State where we've encouraged people to go to hospital when they are unwell. So majority of things we find out is that first is the registration when they get to hospital. So someone who is very chronic now and who is about to die, who's facing maybe we are talking about there's some headache. They might call it migraine headache. If someone is having a what kind of illness? Someone who's having asthma is not managing his asthma very well. It can lead to maybe serious headache. And now this person in a way might be having issue with their respiratory system. So likely this person can die any seconds. Heart attack can come in. So you can't expect such person to spend maybe 4 hours, 5 hours at the reception looking for money to purchase a card before they can be treated. you know. And apart from that one, there are a lot of people who are in hospital. The service we are talking about, when it comes to medication, they don't explain medication to them. They only give them, take this, take this, take that, take this, take that. Sometimes these medications are expired, and some people who are also facing this chronic illness, Once they've been treated in hospital, they also ask them to go home without proper follow-up. So there is no community service that they could afford or that could come and help them in their community. Now you can have people who lives in about let's say 10-20 miles away from UBTH. If they are facing another, how can they travel all the way from UBTH? You can imagine there's no service on the way. The only service you can get are all those private hospitals, whereby you can imagine nurse who spend years learning at the university or whatever, graduate, now they are paying them 20 to 30,000 naira a month. What service will they be able to provide? Just like our police now, we are saying end SARS. There's no way they can provide you the service they want, you want, because they are not well paid. They are not well paid. You know, they want extra money from you to explain your medication. They want extra money from you to give you another appointment. They want extra money from you in order for you to get fast service in that place. Now, if we go back to what Iyare was saying, Sade Iyare was saying, you can find out that someone who is facing these challenges now, coming to you in a hospital, there's no way that person will get better. There's no way that person will get better. You know?
Yeah, it's just that I think his connection is bad. I wish he's back online. I would have loved to ask him some questions before we go to our vision in Benin. You understand?
Yeah.
Because there is I don't know if he can connect back. Can you get in touch with him?
We can go, yeah, he might come back again. Maybe his internet might be an issue. But let's go to the next question. The next question is that how are these affect us? Even you that have been listening, how do you think these have affect an individual in our community? The service they provide or the lack of awareness, you know? What do you think if I ask you?
Oh, is it me?
Yes, please.
Oh yeah, like from what Mr. Iyare just said, I would say almost everyone has been affected. Almost everyone in Africa, or almost everyone in Nigeria, or almost everyone in Benin has been affected. So, but here I want to be focused in Benin because of my research, because of the research I did. I
Yes,
would say
yes, that would
almost
be good.
everyone. Yeah, I will focus on Benin because I did my research in Benin City.
Sorry, Iyare, you back. We were trying to find out how you have been affected or in Nigeria community, Edo State, in the service that you have they've been receiving. Hello, can you hear?
Okay,
The,
I've
the
been
impact,
affected.
the impact of what you just said, yeah. The impact of what you said before.
Yes, I can. Okay. I think one of the problem is where when there's this lack of uh, should I call it communication, effective communication between
Yes.
the patient and the health providers. You now have to there is more duplication of services. You have to go and do some tests over and over again. You know, there are some things that they assume that is covered with you, but it's not covered. I think it's because maybe probably they rely too much on the human mind, and not like I know probably as an ICT person, they are supposed to have maybe a digital file and all that for you to understand that okay, you have done some things before, but they tend to um trust so much on their mind. Okay, they know what they are doing. They know better than you and all that. So because of that, you end up paying extra money, and when you don't have that kind of money, you go and treat yourself at home. A lot of people stop. They just go diagnose themselves of one thing, and after they have paid 2, 3 times, the next thing you hear that they say, okay, let's go and do everything. Die. From the last experience I had recently, You know, it's, I just told somebody, I say it will be difficult for somebody that at least is not uh, a middle class person in Nigeria to have to get healthcare from good healthcare from the government hospital. It's impossible. Let me put it that way. Before it was a bit
To the internet.
from what is happening now, especially with this period, it is terrible.
Yeah, everything is terrible in that
It is
Nigeria.
terrible because now there's
Mr. Alex,
Yeah,
is there a way he can call on a normal telephone call and then you let him speak? Because he's really talking it, he's really giving us points, but it's like the connecting to StreamYard is a bit of a problem.
let me see.
If you can call him and put him on speaker, then people can hear him. Because
Yeah.
he's really he's right there at the center, he's right there on ground, so we will be able to get more information from him, because the network is going to be a problem. But if you call him and put it on speaker, then we can hear him directly. I think that would be much better.
All right, I'll see. Let me just. Yeah, I got it now. I think he's gonna. If his internet is back now, internet is bad. Is bad. I think it's all the
If he can pick and then you put it on speaker and then he talks, we hear him.
same. All right. Hello. Hey Yari, we're trying to connect you on the phone and see if that will work better.
Yeah, so we can hear him properly.
I think his internet is. Anyway, just to quickly, because we only have 40 minutes to spend here, so we have less than 10 minutes left anyway. Just a quick one. Now we know the impact of bad healthcare service, how it is, especially when we look at the minority community like Nigeria, where we're talking about better care or evidence-based care. So to talk of those states, yes, they are less privileged community that really, when a service like this is being provided, it really affect them. Even we are talking about education, we are talking about innovation, we are talking about improvement in security and all that. There is no way this thing can be provided effectively if the healthcare system is not properly prepared to the right people. So now let's talk about how to fix it, how to fix the system that is on ground right now.
I think if you call him on phone, then let him talk. Call him on phone so we can interact properly. Put him on speaker, then we hear him. It's better.
Let me try him again. I was trying to call you on the phone.
Yeah, let him pick his call and then you put it on speaker.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, we can hear you now. We're just trying to connect you on the phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So connect him on phone is more better.
Hello.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you now. I was trying to talk to you. You were talking on the phone before, but yeah, talk now. Oh.
Yeah, it's better if he talks on phone, then you put it on speaker. At least we know who is talking.
Yes. So if you or let me go off cam and let me just use
I'll
the
call you direct on the phone.
Yes, yes, that would be better.
Yeah, that would be better. So now, let me see if I can call him myself. So if you look at the system we have there, it's going to be very difficult for us to see people expecting good service that need to be provided. I think it's internet. It was internet where he is. Hello, hi Yari.
hello.
Hello, can you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you okay now? Hello.
Yeah, I'm hearing you, but it's breaking.
Yeah, it's still breaking.
So, but you call him on phone. Tell him to pick his phone. It's better.
He was actually talking on the phone.
Oh, because that one is clearer.
Yeah, he was actually talking. The phone cut off again.
Yeah, that one is clearer.
Okay, if you have any question, if you're watching, it's a live program. We just brainstorming about health promotion in Edo, on what we can do, how to go about
Hello.
it. Okay, you okay? Oh, it cut you off again. Even both the phone internet are the same.
Oh,
Yeah, the phone internet is the same.
are you trying him on WhatsApp?
Yeah,
Mm.
it's the same.
So it's
Um,
really an interesting program hearing from someone in Nigeria.
Definitely, definitely. So if we want more people to engage with it, next time we can create number for them to call.
Yeah, that is it.
Yeah. But the fact is that hello. So they you still there? Internet internet kept in there.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. Yeah. She was going to ask you how this have affected individual
The problem
in
is
Nigeria.
So if you can call him, try him on WhatsApp, put it on speaker, just let him know he's going to talk. Let him log off from the StreamYard and then go straight to just voice call.
Yeah. There's no way it keep cutting that.
Mhm. I think he's trying to log in again. Yeah.
Anyway, yes, as I said before, this thing is affecting lots of people when it comes to they doesn't put trust in the healthcare system. A lot of people, that's why a lot of people go to chemists and just buy anything they can buy rather than going into that hospital. You back again. Can you tell us what you were saying before? Hey Yari. Hey Yari.
Hello, are you hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you clearly. All right. Um, yes, internet is not good. It's not good. There's nothing we can do now.
No, no.
Um, it's not a miracle. It's a human error. It's a human error.
But you know
Yes.
what? This is a very interesting topic that you're discussing. But what I will advise, if there is a way we can hold the program again, maybe over the weekend,
Yeah.
is a very good one. And let people actually comment. Your chat will be on. We can read all the chat. Then maybe people put in their questions and we'll be able to answer it, or we do it directly on YouTube. And then let people come over and then we talk. I think that would be more better if you do the live stream on YouTube. That
Yeah,
would
you
be
are
more
right.
better. And
You
then
are right.
for him, you can connect him on a voice call. He will actually be talking, and then people will be hearing him. I think that would be better.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you
Yeah.
very much. Um, yes, if you want to say anything about the service that need providing, how we can fix this, yeah, you can say anything you want to say.
Yeah, for me, I would have still loved to hear from him, ask him some question, what he thinks we need to bring over, and then we'll see. Maybe what we have on ground is not enough, or maybe it's not the right one. But hearing from him will actually direct us and make us know the right step to take. Because I might not be the only one that is thinking about the healthcare in Edo State. Just someone like you, you're thinking about. Maybe there are thousands of people, millions of people thinking about the healthcare system in Edo State, and we really need to look into it. It's high time we look into it because people are dying from conditions that you can easily manage. You understand? The problem I see, like I'm planning, I was going to, not I was going, I'm still going to do it, that I was going to have a show on YouTube. I want to explain the difference between a hospital and your house doctor,
Mm-hmm.
GP surgery. So, like what he said, first, the patient have to know the difference between a hospital and a GP surgery, which
Mm-hmm.
we don't know in Nigeria because from my research, this was part of my research in Edo State. They don't know the difference between a private small hospital and like a Edo specialist hospital.
What is the
And then
difference?
there is a big difference. So I think that should be a different topic because if I say it here now, it's going to be like a giveaway.
All
So
right.
it's I really yeah, it's going to be like a giveaway. There is a difference between a those specialist hospital and a normal private hospital. And that difference need to be spelled out. That's why I said the the top people who said they are in the top cadre are taking advantage of the ignorance that the service user are having. They know the service user are ignorance of the difference, so they take
Mm-hmm.
advantage of it. You can just come up and say, oh, this is a hospital. What's the meaning of a hospital? And what's the meaning of a GP surgery?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When
I
you
got
say
you.
a clinic, when you say a clinic, is different from a hospital. So if
Mm-hmm.
the public, if the service user know the difference between a hospital and a clinic, that will help us to a larger extent. It will help the community if we
Yeah.
know the difference. So that's one. And then now, like Mr. Yari said, that oh, nurse, maybe someone is in a delivery room, the nurse will be abusive or the care will be abusive. Sure, why are they being abusive? Are there rules and regulations? Are there a procedural error to follow?
In
If
Nigeria?
someone in Nigeria, so there isn't. So how do we bring it in? It's part of
Uh,
the awareness.
okay. I thought you said you should ask if there's rules and
No,
regulations.
I know. I'm just saying it. I'm
Okay.
just comparing it to what we get in
It's
the
all right.
Western world. You
Okay.
understand?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I'm comparing it to what we get in the Western world.
Mm-hmm.
Like here in the Western world or here in the UK, they will say patients are the center of care. So everyone is standing. The doctor is there, the pharmacist is there, the nurses are there, the specialists are there, the healthcare users, I mean the healthcare assistant providers, they are there. But the patient is at the center of the care. So everyone that is standing, we are all trying to come together to give care to this particular person.
Mm-hmm.
And then one thing we must know, if this person is not here, that's the patient at the center of care. If the patient is not there, the doctor is not going to be able to feed his family. The nurse is not going to feed this. The nurse will not be able to feed his or her family. The pharmacist cannot feed his or her family. The caregivers, they can't feed their family. So they need the patient. And whatever feeds you is your treasure. So your patient should be your treasure. So you have to make sure your patient is happy. You give the best to your patient. These are things we need to bring awareness about. So when we are talking about awareness, we are not just talking about the service receiver, the service users. No, we are also talking about the service giver, the service providers, like the doctors, the pharmacists, the nurses, the
I agree with you. If I'm going to look at it in a health promotional way, um, when you are talking about the service provider now, we can also talk about those who train them, the university they went to, and the government who employ them. So now, it is the service you ask them to provide, they are providing. So there's no way they can provide more than that. So if a doctor or a hospital that employs staff ask them to be polite, to be calm and approachable, they will be calm and approachable. And at the same time, we were talking about the payment the service provider in general receive when it comes to all services in Nigeria. Me also think those things we need to look into at the same time. I remember, if I use myself as an example, I remember when I used to work in a nursing home. When we talk about things like health and safety, in terms of basic support that you give, you have to wash your hand, you need to use equipment. Because I was into educating myself, self-education. So these things wasn't difficult for me. It doesn't matter if I go into a care home. I remember then I'll go into a care home where you have about 20, 30 patients to look after in a local nursing home. And you have only 2 healthcare assistants. And you have, at the same time, you have 1 nurse to look after these people. If I'm having 10, 15 patients to look after, because of my self-training, I know how to use the hoist very well. I know where the gloves are. I know where to get all my everything ready before my shift starts. So they thought I was using sham. I was using black power. So when I'm dealing with them, so and you can see me smiling into the workplace, smiling when I'm going out. So the fact that if the money was okay, I would have remained in that position, but the money wasn't okay. So, but however, if you see me then, you thought they are paying me extra money. Maybe the company pay me extra money. It is service. People are, when you get the better training, when you get the right training or the right trainer, the right teacher, and the right CEO, these things are very easy to go in the right direction. I'm talking from the health promotional aspect of, and we are talking about information, what people need to know. Like you were talking about, there are big difference between big and small hospitals. So these are big part of health promotional job to tell them there's a big difference between chemists. So if we are talking about clinic, there's a big difference between clinic, chemist, small hospital, and big hospitals. If we are using their language now, the way you are saying it. So many people doesn't know this. I don't know if you know about in Nigeria then. In Nigeria then there's when you are going to the market, all those market square, you see some people holding medicine, selling it. Some people don't even, they don't have any idea what this is about. You know what I mean? Sorry, hey Yara, you still there? Hey Yara.
Yes, I'm here. But
I
I'm
was
just
going to
trying.
connect your phone. I don't know if that is okay for you. I
I'm
was going
using
to
the
connect you
audio.
on the phone.
I'm using
Connect him on phone.
audio.
I think on the phone is still going to be the same.
If you
Because
connect him on phone, that will be more better.
the phone is internet. What I'm going to do next time, I'll call him direct. I'll call him direct. Hey Yari, we're going to try and keep you calm. If you want to go, you can go, because right now
Log
we
out
don't want to keep you on
out
wobbling.
of
No, let him log out and then you call him on WhatsApp, because I
the
think
video. So
he is the one that will actually give us a true picture of what is going on in Benin.
Yeah. So yeah, as I was saying, this is what the system is about. So for those looking from far, if you want to see if you want to see heaven in the end of the tunnel, these are things we need to be putting in our head, that these guys, they have this block access to how the service is being provided, which service they need, and how they can assess the service. You know, especially the one I just spoke about, buying of cards. You know, these things are really affecting them. Some of them doesn't even have money to buy that. The money they meant to use in looking after or paying the, you know, paying the person, whoever is going to treat them, they will not have the money anymore. They spend all the money to maybe they might even be bribing the nurse to be able to get.
But you know what? I really like this topic today. But I will really appreciate if we can organize it and let people chat along so that people can contribute a lot. People can
Hello,
ask
Ayari.
questions.
Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
This network is bad.
I do. We can hear you now.
Okay,
Yeah, we can hear you now.
okay. So you are hearing me, right?
Yeah, what did you say you want to hear? Mrs. Yari.
Or Mrs. Ewa. So what I want to hear, or what I want him to touch on, is
Okay.
that let him tell us where do how do I put, if we want to start in helping Edo, making Edo great again, where should we start from?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's asking, where do you want the international community to start from in making the do great again healthcare system?
Okay. I think the best thing to do about healthcare is, I think, to make it seamless. That's let it be easy for people to access it. So if 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 I'm painting a hypothetical case, if I say I'm saying somebody must be hospital and the person has the senses render, should be seen as happens. The pressure should not be on the pressure should not be on the person that is ill. The pressure should be removed. The administrative pressure and all that. That's not the person's business. All the person needs is just maybe probably come to the hospital with a card, or something like an ATM card, and they can just use something to access and know the history of that person. It makes it easier. And because in some hospitals, they still carry five folders up and down. They didn't see your file, they didn't see your folder, all those kind of things. It's not too good. So if you can bring in that place where the person does not really need to explain much, you just see the person's history, health history, or either the first time the person is called. So anything you record when the person comes again for checkup or whatever, it's easy for that person. So it's like it's like a service. If anywhere you go to, hello,
Yeah, we're listening. Yes, we are hearing.
okay, it's like a service. It's like a service. If, for instance, I decide to go to a place to eat, for instance, now, and I go there and it takes 30 minutes, for them to answer me and all those kind of things. I will probably not want to come back there, no matter how hungry I am. I prefer to go somewhere that's the way I'm treated. I want to come back there. So it's about that, you know, experience. Sometimes the healthcare is not free. Somebody is paying for it, even when it's not free health services. So somebody should be able to understand that I have to give this person, the best experience or customer experience. I have to use that word so that if I'm going to the hospital and I know I'm going to spend 20,000 naira, for instance, then I should say yes. I spend that money, and that is what will improve the healthcare. It's not, I heard you talking about people selling stuff in buses and all that. It's even worse now. It's even worse. The way it was before, it was easy, but now they even liaise with the drivers of all these BRT buses and all that. And those ones, get their cut and they just sell whatever they want to sell. And you see people buying, sometimes I'm shocked when I see people buying those things. I wonder, I say, how can you be taking a drug that you don't even know what it's about? You just meet somebody that cannot even articulate himself very well, and you decide to believe that the person's drug will heal you. Not diagnostics, nothing. So it is because the hospital is like my brother Alex put it, is like a war front. So when you get there, you're already wounded and there's people pointing a gun at you. So nobody wants that. So you just prefer to go and meet the chemist man by the junction of your street,
Yeah.
and you call. Then another thing I think I don't know, from my understanding of Nigerian health, I don't think it's that flexible like the way it's supposed to be. But I don't know. I think a governor did it one time in a state, whether it's Abia now, one of those eastern states. He did something like, the people should be able to call the doctor. And there are some cases they don't really need to come to the hospital. You understand? There are cases they don't really need to come to the hospital. So let it be is a doctor that is prescribing the drugs, and not one chemist or somebody that calls himself a pharmacist, even though he doesn't really know anything about it. So let it be the doctors, let it be the nurses that are prescribing this drug. Let it be them that are interacting with these people that are sick. It can still be the government hospital. It's not everybody that can come to the hospital. For
Can,
instance, in this COVID now, there are some things you don't really need to go, oh, snap it. Let's have a video chat. You see the person that you are talking to. Technology can really solve a lot of things, because some people have to travel. Like in Abuja now, maybe the national
okay. I don't know. Maybe he can watch
some people
us.
have to travel from Kefi down. Some people have to travel from Lagos State down. And the money that we travel down, it might be able to pay. Hello?
Yeah. We can hear you. She said that
Hello?
since she's heard you now, maybe if you can watch the show so you listen to the response.
Okay.
Okay. So can I respond
Okay.
to
All right.
him?
Okay.
We'll
I
buy you
think,
credit next time so that
Yes.
you join us perfectly.
yeah. You know what? I want to
Okay.
respond to
Thank you, sir.
him, or like what he said at first. What he said at first is one. I want to start from the beginning. He said it should be a place whereby if you go to the hospital, you don't need to stay too long. At least your history should be out.
No,
I think that,
he said they are not accessible. The
yeah, they are
hospital,
not, yeah,
the
they are not
doctors,
accessible.
they are not accessible. Then the second one, he was talking about patient history.
No, I'm coming. Yeah, patient history. That's where I'm
Yeah.
going to. The patient history he's talking about, that's on a big scale. And I'm going to compare that with that of the UK, which is there's something we have here in the UK. It's called summary care record. So the summary care record, the way it is being used here, if you go to the hospital, your GP has access to it. Your GP can see your summary care record. You understand? He can log in and see what has happened. And then again, your GP, once you leave the hospital, your doctor, the doctor that attended to you at the hospital, will actually make a note, a discharge note, straight to your GP. So, which means here in the UK, everyone has a house doctor, a GP, that's general practitioner. Because for you to go to the main hospital, you are going to meet with a specialist. But with a GP, it's called general practitioner. That's what I want to make clear there. Then another point I want to clear for him, like he said, it should be the GP, it should be the doctors that are prescribing. If we want to copy the system here abroad, anywhere abroad, if we want to copy their system to take home, then which means we are not going to reshuffle the whole cabinet from above, not from the lower cadre. I'm looking at it. And for you to reshuffle from abroad, there should be a rule. The doctors are meant to diagnose. That's what's happening in the Western world. They diagnose, the doctors, they diagnose, then they prescribe. And when they prescribe, the prescription does not, the medicine is not being dispensed by the doctors. No, in Western world, all doctors can prescribe, but they don't have access to the medication. The only people that have access to those medications are the pharmacists. When a doctor prescribes a medication, he prescribes it. Then the pharmacist will actually look into it and see this medication that this doctor have prescribed. What is this medication actually going to do to the body? Because they know. And then now, if it's okay, the pharmacist will approve and dispense it. If it is for the community, you take it to the community pharmacy. If it is for the hospital, the pharmacist will dispense it to the nurses. The nurses will administer. So how the patient reacts to the medication, only the nurses can tell. The doctors cannot tell, because the nurses actually have time. They have more time with the patient. But with the doctors, it's just a one-off. They see the patient, they prescribe, and you go. And then the nurses, if it is in the hospital, the nurses will administer the medication. Assuming there are some medication, you take it. And then the person starts vomiting. The doctor is not there anymore, but the nurses are there. So the nurses know. Why I said it's going to be like reshuffling from above, which means for us to bring this system to Nigeria, then which means they are going to start from arranging from above. Doctors should not have access to medication because they know it, they can prescribe it, they can diagnose, fine. But when it comes to talking about mechanism of action, going into the pharmaceutical details of that drug, the pharmacist comes in. That's why now in the UK, presently in the UK, because so many people have sued NHS, so many people have sued the government. So what they do now, all GP surgery have a pharmacist. As the doctor is prescribing, the pharmacist is actually looking the other medication the patient is on before. Is there any interaction? Is there any contraindications? They are actually checking. And then if it's perfect to go, if it's good to go, and a green tick is there, they dispense. If it's in the hospital, the nurses, they administer. So the power, from what I saw in Nigeria, the power with the doctors is too much. It's concentrated with the doctors. That's why I said we can't go there. But how do we start small? How do we make Edo great again? From what Mr. Yari said, which I quite agree with him, is for us to bring awareness first. And how do we bring awareness first? Is for us to bring our community together, let them know the difference between a hospital and a clinic. I tell you, many people die every day in Benin. Why? Because they believe the roadside hospital can take care of them. There is something they are missing that they don't know. If someone, for example, is having an emergency that needs a machine, the small hospital don't have it. They mark you, the small hospital need money. They will keep you and tell you they will invite a specialist to come and meet you there, which is very wrong. What is a specialist hospital? A specialist hospital is a place where you refer to. I happened to listen to Governor Obaseki one day when he was talking about Edo Specialist Hospital. Edo Specialist Hospital is for referrals only. What do you mean referral? What do we mean by referral? When you are having any issue or any medical concern, go and see your GP. That is those local small hospitals around, or small clinic, not hospital, small clinic. Go and see them. Your daughter will look at you and say, no, the way your body is hot, the way things are going on, I'm not happy. I want to refer you to a urologist. I want you to go and see a cardiologist, or I want you to go and see an ophthalmologist. They refer you to the main hospital, which is the Edo Hospital, for referral only. When you go there, you are actually going to see a specialist. Like here in the UK, there are some conditions they tell you if you have a minor ailment, the first place you go to is not your GP. The first place you go to is your pharmacy. When you go to your pharmacy, they actually look at you and there are conditions they can treat. You don't walk above your competency. No. So the only way we can bring this enforcement in Edo State is for us to make sure we educate our public, our people, not the healthcare providers now. If I know that I'm not a healthcare professional, I'm just a normal person in Benin, and I know that my daughter is going to give me NSAID, a class of drug called any drug that belongs to NSAID. If I have that awareness and I know I have heart failure, God forbid, I have it. I have a condition that is not compatible with NSAID. I will not go to a chemist boy to sell for me. I will not go. Why will I not go to a chemist boy? Because if I ask the mechanism of action, the chemist boy does not know. But if I go to my pharmacist and say, look, I am on ACE inhibitor, Ramipri or Lesinopri or whatever, and then now I'm on I'm giving a diclofenac. Should I continue with it or not? The pharmacist will be able to tell me what the two drugs will do. But the doctors will not be there to tell me actually, because they are busy. There are a lot of people they are seeing. That's why in the UK, if you don't understand your medication, they tell you speak to your pharmacist. They will explain to you. That's why they spend 4 or 5 years in the university to know the in and out of the medication. These are the awareness we don't have in Nigeria. We don't have it in Edo State. But that's my dream. Let's bring this awareness in. If we have this awareness, if you know that, yes, you are taking, for example, you are on Ramipri or any ACE inhibitor, and you have a dry cough, the moment you step into your pharmacy and tell your pharmacist, oh, I'm taking this medication, and since I started taking it, I'm coughing. The first thing the pharmacist will think, is there a side effect of that drug? The local chemist boy will not know, but your pharmacist will know. So there is a difference between chemist and pharmacy. There is a difference between clinic and hospital. So because you are coughing, your pharmacist will refer you back to your clinic, your GP, your heart doctor. When your heart doctor sees it, your heart doctor will actually change it and put you on a different medication that will be compatible with you. You don't need to go to Edo Hospital now. But if, for example, a man is finding it very, very difficult to urinate, the first thing that will come to the head of the GP is, why is it prostate? I'm suspecting prostate. So he's not going to confirm. He's going to send him to Edo Specialist Hospital, where the man will actually speak with a urologist, a specialist, who will confirm if it's prostate or not prostate. And when the urologist sees it, he knows because he's a specialist in the field. Then he will know what to do. In fact, that's too far example. Let me give you the common one in Benin from the research we did. Diabetes is a very common condition in Benin. You will see someone who is diabetic and said, okay, I will take this metformin today. Oh, tomorrow my blood sugar is okay. I don't bother. I think I'm okay now. And then he will not comply with the medication. That's very bad. Because the effect of diabetes is so dangerous that you don't even see it with your naked eye, unless when it starts destroying things in the body, like blood vision, blindness, someone having damages to the eyes, which is very common. From our research, a lot of people are going blind in Benin. And all the name they give it is, this person have cataract, this person have glaucoma. And then which eye doctor are you sending them to? Here in the Western world, if someone is having diabetes, it is mandatory, it is compulsory. You must go for a regular eye test. And when you are going for a regular eye test, it is not to your small clinic, it is not to your doctor. No, your general doctor cannot treat eye. No, you go to an optometrist. These are the awareness our people need to have. These are the awareness we need to bring to Edo State. And really, I want to really contribute to making Edo great when it comes to healthcare. The awareness, we are ready to contribute to it. Really. So when Governor Obaseki was using that word, making Edo great again, I so much love that slogan. And we, or me, as a person in diaspora, anything I can do to support the healthcare system in Edo State, making it great again, I will support. So we really need to know the difference. And from what Mr. Iyare said, what we need now is to start from the place of awareness. How do we campaign in Benin? How do we bring this campaign up? That's what I want to hear from Mr. Iyare. We want to bring in awareness. Let people know the difference between general doctor, GP, house doctor, and Edo specialist hospital. You can't have code and say you are going to Edo specialist. No, you are going to pay 5,000 naira and you are going to be wasting time there. So when he said that people go to hospitals to stay,
I can answer that question.
Yeah, okay.
Bring it in to Edo State.
So answer the question, why?
Yeah. There are 3 steps we need to take in bringing healthcare system.
Yes.
In terms of we are talking about education now. Education.
Yes.
So, let's go back to bringing back Obaseki. So we had a conversation when it comes to word to work campaign that he did. So that word to work campaign that he did, I remember last time when I was telling you about clinics in Edo, some of them are broken down. So he must have found out all those clinics that were broken down. He was the one who also talked about 250,000 jobs in Edo. So these are people, more than 250,000, that were campaigning for him. Lots of them doesn't have jobs. I heard recently lots of people collected 900,000 or 800,000 to campaign to vote for Obaseki. Now, if we bring these people together again to touch on those who really don't have jobs, some of them might have computer skills. They are good at reading and writing. So these people can be flourished into the healthcare system. So that would be easy for us to have community care.
Yeah.
Like word to word that he is talking about. He went to, if it's really true, they went to word campaign. That's where we're going to have community care. And you talking, I know you are more than health redeemed. You have that you are talking from somewhere. I know you have many experts. You are not just talking for yourself. So
no,
you're like the crowd. So if you tap into the services that you have, because majority of them, we are talking about free service, is about everybody working together in the international community to offer that free service there.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
not just like an individual. Last time I calculated it, if individual like me want to provide this service for Edo by asking you to support me, it's going to cost me from £80,000 to £200,000. Did you see? That's what it's going to cost me. But if you're going to do it, it's going to be lesser. It might be 50% lesser.
Yeah,
But
of course.
if the governor is going to do it, it might be another 50% lesser.
That's
Again,
true. Yeah.
that is the way it works. Because if I want to do it myself, I'll start bribing people.
Yeah.
I know at the time, come on, we are street guys. Before we became having a professional job, you're going to bribe people to do the job for you. You're going to pay people to do the job for you. You're going to double staff them. You're going to double train them. Some of them might not even have the brain. You know, like what he's saying, people look like who are coming. It's like you are going to a war zone in a hospital system. They don't know how to approach you. These are training that they need. They need awareness when we come to healthcare awareness, how to provide the service. Yes, there might be professional.
Sorry, if I may come in.
Yeah.
The old system, Mr. Yare has identified that it looks like a war zone, right? Fine, which I agree with. But for me, I want to be involved in turning that war zone into a heaven place, a place of a place.
The next step, like what I was trying to explain to you, this is a show that you might have 3 people watching this show now, yeah, or 1 person watching the show. The person is going to share it. The person is going to talk to someone else. So the more we create awareness, like the way you're talking about health promotion, is about letting people aware of what is on ground, who are capable, who can do these things for them.
Yeah.
You understand? Then the next step is to take this thing to the physical community. You know, take it to the physical community. If you go back to public health strategy, every human being in the land is supposed to understand what service is about, what healthcare is about, what service is available for them. You know, every human being, even if they don't have money, they are well or not, they should be aware. So when they were sharing their flyer during campaign, this flyer went to every human being. They actually put a billboard in Ring Road. Everyone was listening to it. These are things that need to be there. Everyone needs to be aware of the services available. When it comes to policing, everyone needs to be aware. Should be Ring Road there. The kind of healthcare, like you were explaining, the difference between hospitals.
Yeah.
These are things they need to put on billboard, explain it to people.
No, yeah, I think that's according to Mr. Yari. I think to me, that's where we should start from. Like I said, I was going to do a program on YouTube on that, explaining the difference between a clinic and a hospital. I was going to do that. So, which I will still do, for people to really know the difference between a clinic and a hospital.
You can also do it here. You can connect to your YouTube, whichever. This right now we are on YouTube, we are on Facebook, we are on
No, I need to really. I need to be actually. I have my materials. I'm prepared for it. I can do it live. And I invite you. I will invite you to it. Right. You connect to it, and then it's going to be on YouTube. Like people can chat about it. The difference between a clinic and a hospital in Benin. And yes, and I think if we invite as much people as we can to watch that program, the Edos, to watch the difference between a clinic and a hospital. Instead, we can use pidgin English just to drive the message home. And I'll be ready.
That is the next thing I need to talk to Dr. Pedro. I was going to say last time.
Yeah, so I will be ready to take questions. You understand? I'll be ready to take questions. I can do it. Weekend is best bet for me. Say Saturday, we can do it, and everyone is invited. Come and listen. We put it on the difference between a clinic and a hospital in Edo or in Benin City or Edo State, and then it's going to be in pidgin English. Why pidgin English? Because my grandmother at home will be able to know and say, my pikin, not be clinic are dey fine, na hospital are dey fine, because I hear say dem say clinic na this, dem say hospital na this. By the time they know this difference and it's in pidgin English like this, the
Yeah.
message will get to the grassroots. Like
Well
the English
done.
we are speaking since, I'm talking about interaction, talking about
No, no
contraindication.
one will understand that.
Not everybody will follow with me. You understand? Not everybody will flow with me. But if I twist this message now and I say, oh yeah, now today, waiting we dey talk about be say between hospital and between a clinic, wetin be the difference? Oh yeah, now we wan talk today. Or like this one we are saying now. Let's switch over to pidgin English. Wetin we dey talk now be say many people no dey enjoy healthcare services for Nigeria because why? Awareness no dey.
Yeah.
When people get awareness, they go sabi follow, they go know their left from their right. The message will get to a wider audience.
And
Many
many
people
people
will
don't
know.
understand the difference between small hospital, big hospital. They don't know
Yes.
whether the
Like
pharmacy they
whether
want to. They don't know.
so e get condition when we go now talk am now say okay now this condition carry am go pharmacy o. This condition if your body do you like this go meet your general doctor. If your body do like this oya go Edo specialist hospital. When people get messages like this you see that it's going to be very easy.
It
Then
will be very
we
easy. All right.
yeah then we are now following the recommendation of Mr. Iyari. Because if people are aware, the work will become much easier for everyone,
Definitely.
including the doctors, including the governor, including the nurses. You understand? And then in pidgin English, if we are able to bring it to them and tell them, look, you get as you dey get a goofy soup, you get wetin you dey take cook am. Na so you get okra soup or banga soup, different things. Now you dey take cook am. Na so we get different doctors. Eye doctor dey. The doctor for eye no fit treat who get belle o because you no know wetin to treat there. When they know the difference, or doctor wey dey nurse, doctor wey be gynecologist wey be say na for pregnant people, you no fit carry eye wey one blind go give am. You no go know
No,
wetin to do there.
no, it won't.
Or doctor wey sabi heart, na cardiologist, na heart im know. You carry pregnant woman give am make e manage, e no go fit manage am.
No, no,
Or
you
being an
can't.
eye doctor, you want to make it become an eye doctor, you say make it manage pregnancy. You know go fit. When
No, you
our
can't.
people know the difference, when our people know the difference like this, I think the work will become much easier.
You are
According
very
to
right.
Mr. Yari, we need to bring that awareness.
You are very right. Like
Yeah.
Lona Eyo is saying, effective communication is important in creating awareness to a wider audience.
Yes, and that's a very good one. Here in the UK, they say for you to have an effective communication, give it in the best language the patient understand. So that is why we have what we call chaperone in the
That's
UK.
better ways. Better ways said that.
Yeah. So we have people who are chaperones,
Yeah,
people who are translators. So there are some people, maybe they speak, for example, here in the UK, maybe they speak Turkish or they
yeah.
speak Italian, and then they want to see the doctor at the big hospital. They will tell
So
you,
maybe from
which
East Sussex, they're not from London. They cannot hear the London accent.
oh, okay. So they will tell you, maybe they will tell you, okay, you are Italian and you want to see the doctor. Do you need a translator? And you say yes. Then they will book a translator for you. So it is better we use the language that people understand very well in Nigeria. Like
Definitely.
an average Nigeria, no matter how we speak our big English rich, it will get to the time we switch to pidgin English because we are more comfortable. We want to drive the message home. You understand?
Definitely. Definitely. Um,
So,
we supposed to spend like 30, 40 minutes, but we are over an hour.
okay,
Um,
that's a good one.
I think viewers, thank you very much for your support. Very quickly, this is just the beginning. We're going to be doing lots of shows and giving more awareness, maybe next time 20, 30 minutes. And at the same time, from next week, is it first week of from first week of next month, let me use that word, we will be coming up with a program that will be installed for Edo State. And this program is for all citizens. We're talking about Edo State, is for all citizens, all tribes. So there's a strategy we have in place to provide better health care. We have been listening to Obaseki, and I think Help Redeem manager have been listening to Obaseki. She already has a structure. when we are talking about training, education, job creation, she's not just another person. She has this thing in her hand that she's going to let all Edo State know. But at the same time, we're looking for chance. Um, right now, I won't lie to you. I'm not one of those people that will say, let me go to Edo State now. But hopefully, I might get someone that we can send to go and meet Obaseki that will support him to meet his what will I call his list of job that he's going to do, and how we can help him to achieve it without those who we pay. It was 800,000 naira. I was surprised when those things came online that lots of people were collecting money to vote for Obaseki. When we were standing, we were spending our salary, we were having a sleepless night doing everything online. So I would like to meet those people that collect those money from Obaseki and why they collect those money, so that we'll know maybe next time me I had to be for maybe 20,000 pounds to vote for Obaseki next time. I don't know anything you want to say to the viewer because I'm talking too much now.
For me, I think you've said it all. Yeah, we've spent longer than expected. But then, I don't know when next you'll be hosting, but because of what you've said today, or because of this program, I'm really motivated now to bring out that awareness of letting people know the difference between a clinic and a hospital. So I don't know when that will be,
Yeah,
very soon.
We don't want to tell the viewer to put them on hold. The fact that
No. When I'm ready.
When you are ready at the time, I'm always ready.
Okay.
I think I'm more flexible than you, I think.
I think so. Yes.
So
Monday to Friday, I'm not flexible.
Yeah, when you are ready, then I'm ready. Let me use that word.
Yeah.
If it's Saturdays, that's great. And
Saturdays, yeah.
If you want to have your shows on Saturday, yeah, we can discuss that behind closed door and see how we can give them the best service. Because right now, what we need to do is to engage with Edo communities.
Yes.
To let them know the service Edo people we are providing for Edo.
Yeah.
And I'm watching right now. You are Edo Union, Edo manager, whatever position you are in Edo community. Please contact us, or we will knock at your door soon, so that to let you know our presentation and the engine, Her Excellency. Let me use that word. Is because when you're talking about diaspora, we are God sent. You know. We are God sent. It's not just about the NSAS. It's about many things. This is part of NSAS. Hey, Yari was saying now. Hey, Yari was saying his name. There is hair before Iyari.
L Iyari or L.
Hair.
Oh. Okay.
Hair. Just like my name, just like my son. There is hair.
Okay.
Before Iyari.
Okay.
So yeah, I think it's from a very powerful community anyway. I don't know what it is a pastor that so you don't want to talk too much. Anyway, thank you very much, and
thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I'll see you whenever.
All right then. Okay, thank you. Stay blessed. Bye.
Thank you very much, viewers, and I really love you all, and that's for supporting us. This program is going to be continuing, and in terms of providing healthcare services for Edo, when it comes to healthcare awareness and the impact that we'll be facing in Edo, how to reduce the negative challenges our mothers, our friends, our family are facing in Edo State. You are part of it. I am part of it. Everyone is part of it. So if you have family in abroad, and you are in Nigeria, you are in Edo State, you want to receive the service that they also receive in United Kingdom, in Edo State, Health Redeem can provide that. And we can support them with that in terms of that information. Once you contact us, ASAP, we will contact them and give them your details, and they will call you. When we are talking about assessment, treatment plan, We're talking about community visitation, social care service. Health Redeem can provide that service for you in Edo State. You're going to be seeing her online more and more and more. Very quickly, if you want to watch us on YouTube, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, yes, we are all over. You can have access to us. Thank you very much, viewers, and stay blessed.